Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You're watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Agram Imani. Let's have a look on today's top headlines. Deputy CM Mir Mahmood Ali celebrated the birthday of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembers Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Acharya Kripalani on their birthday anniversary. Supreme Court dismisses Aam Aadmi Party's plea for holding polls in Delhi. Chhattisgarh board sterilization claims 9 lives, 4 dogs suspended. Pakistan crash between bus track leaves dozens dead. Deputy Chief Minister, that is Mahmood Ali, represented the government. MLC Farooq Hussain was the lone representative from the Congress party. Former MLA Christine Lazarus also participated in the event beside other senior officials including Minority Department Principal Secretary, that is Ahmed Nadeem, Director Minorities Welfare, that is Anjay Akbar, and TSMFC, that is MD Professor S.A. Shukur. In the end, it turned out to be a routine event with a symbolic participation from the government. It may be mentioned that the Chief Minister had visited Adilabad in participation in the anniversary of martyrdom of tribal leaders Komaram Bhim, and also ensured his participation in the event related to the famous personalities.
बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि आज मौलाना अबुल कलाम आज़ाद साहब का 126वां जो बर्थडे मना रहे हैं, उसे हम यूम तालीम का भी नाम दे रहे हैं और माइनॉरिटी डे का भी नाम दे रहे हैं। यकीनन उन्होंने हिंदुस्तान की आज़ादी में जो सबसे ज़्यादा सेकुलरिज्म का रोल अदा किया और आज़ादी में उन्होंने बड़ी जद्दोजहद की, उसके लिए मरते दम तक हमेशा उनकी पैदाइश पर हम यूम तालीम और माइनॉरिटी डे मनाते रहेंगे, क्योंकि वो सबसे पहले वज़ीर तालीम थे। और आज उन्हीं की खुशी में आज हम ये माइनॉरिटी डे मना रहे हैं। मैं समझता हूँ मौलाना अबुल कलाम आज़ाद साहब, जिनका बचपन में जो नाम था मोहम्मद अबुल कलाम मुहीउद्दीन था पूरा नाम उनका, और बाद में मौलाना अबुल कलाम आज़ाद हुआ, और नेहरू साहब और गांधी जी हमेशा उन्हें आज़ाद के नाम से पुकारा करते थे, क्योंकि हमें आज़ादी चाहिए थी। और आज़ाद को हमेशा उस नाम से पुकारने पर बड़े लोग फ़ख्र के साथ पुकारा करते थे आज़ाद साहब को। वो ऐसी शख्सियत थे जो हमेशा हिंदुस्तान की आज़ादी से पहले अपनी जद्दोजहद जिस तरह की है, उनका मिसाल हम कभी भी भूल नहीं सकते। वो इत्तेहाद के अलमदार थे, हम आज भी वही चाहते हैं। यकीनन हमारे जो चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब है वो भी एक इत्तेहाद के अलमदार है, उन्होंने भी यही चाहते हैं कि तमाम कौमों के साथ मुसलमान कौम भी तरक्की करे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday paid the tribute to Acharya Kripalani as well as freedom fighter Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad on their birthday anniversary. Scholar, freedom fighter and a man who devoted his life towards nation building. I salute Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad on his birthday anniversary, says Mr. Modi on Twitter. Azad was a leader of the Indian independence movement and he became country's first education minister. The Prime Minister also paid tribute to Acharya Kripalani. Tribute to Acharya Kripalani on his birthday anniversary. His ideals and strong commitments of the poor continue to inspire, he added. Jeevatram Bhagwandas Kripalani was the president of Indian National Congress during the India's independence struggle in the year 1947. In a big setback to Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party, the Supreme Court on Tuesday rejected its plea over the resolutions of the Delhi Assembly and calling off fresh election in national capital is passing an order on the Aam Aadmi Party's pleas. Apex Coast had said that it is very pleased with the development in the national capital and stressed that it is in the job of the Election Commission of India, that is ECI, to make arrangement for fresh election in the state, stating that it won't intervene in declaration of dates for Delhi Assembly election. Supreme Court said it's up to ECI to decide dates for poll. The order was passed by the Constitution Bench on the Apex Court headed by the Chief Justice, that is H.L. Datu. The order was passed by the Constitution Bench of the Apex Court headed by the Chief Justice, that is H.L. Datu. Aam Aadmi Party Counsel Prashant Bhushan urged the court to direct an early election. The Supreme Court disposed of Aam Aadmi Party's plea for holding fresh election in Delhi after Censor informed that the Legislative Assembly has been duly dissolved. The Election Commission will now take over the SC, said while refusing to ask the poll panel to fix the election schedule at the earliest. Since February, when the Arvind Kejriwal-led government suddenly quit after being in power for 49 days, the Delhi Assembly has been under President rule till it was dissolved recently. The Supreme Court 5-judge Constitution Bench headed by the CJI Datu had recently pulled out the Delhi letter that garnered Najib Jung and central government for the having failed to provide any breakthrough out or how a new government would be put in a place in the national capital. The court had said the president rule cannot be imposed indefinitely in a democracy and the people had a right to an elected government. The president recently ordered the dissolution of the 70-member Delhi Assembly on the recommendation of the Union Cabinet after all political parties, that is, expressed their inability to form a stable government here and called for fresh polls. The decision was taken after leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress told to LG Najib Jung that they wanted to election to end months of political uncertainty. 9 women have died in India and dozens more in a critical condition after a government-run sterilization program in Chhattisgarh, designated and designed to control the country's billions-plus population, went wrong, officials said on Tuesday. More than 50 women are seriously ill and are suffering complication from the surgery in Bilaspur district over the weekend. Authorities in Chhattisgarh said reporters a drop in pulse, vomiting and other ailments started pouring in a morning that the women who underwent the surgery, said Sonmani Bharo, the commissioner for Bilaspur district. They were among 83 women who had undergone laparoscopic sterilization as part of annual family planning camp APE Saturday. They were sterilized in the operation theatre of a private hospital, which was not yet fully functional. The operation theatre had not been used for the past 4 months. The women had undergone surgery in just 5 hours at the camp in Thaktapur area at Bilaspur. After the women started complaining of severe pain, they were refused to Bilaspur district hospital. Health officials denied any negligence, but some said too many surgeries were performed on one day to meet targets. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Raman Singh suspended 4 top health officials over the death, and a police complaint was lodged against the surgeon who performed the operation. It's a very unfortunate incident. Prime facies, it appears that the incident occurred due to the negligence by the doctors. A detailed inquiry will be conducted into it, keeping in a view of all the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare has set up a committee to promote the sterilization done. The ministry has asked for reports and constituted a committee to investigate the matter. Action will be taken after the report is submitted, said Sharipad, the NAEC Minister of State for Health. NAEC could not say, but by the way, when the report would be submitted, saying it will be done soon. State government frequently organize mass sterilization camps under a national program where women are given 1,400 rupees as the incentive to undergo the procedure. And the government figures shows 1,434 sterilization death between 2003 and 2012, with 2009 being the wrong year with a maximum of 247 deaths. On an average, 12 deaths occurred every month over the last 10 years.
नसबंदी शिविर हुआ था, उसमें 82 लोगों का ऑपरेशन हुआ और उसमें से आज 4 लोग मर गए और सारे इन्फेक्टेड लोग यहाँ पर हॉस्पिटल सिम्स में और जिला अस्पताल में और अपोलो में है और उन सब की जान खतरे में है। और मेरा ऐसा अंदेशा है कि आज रात में ये कैजुअलिटी बढ़ने वाली है। ये पूरी तरीके से स्वास्थ्य विभाग की लापरवाही है। पूरे तरीके से इस प्रदेश में जो निकम्मी सरकार चल रही है, गरीबों के जान से खिलवाड़ कर रही है, मजदूरों के साथ खिलवाड़ कर रही है, किसानों के साथ। आज कोई यहाँ पर सुरक्षित नहीं है। हम ऐसी स्थिति में आदरणीय रमन सिंह, यहाँ के स्वास्थ्य मंत्री अमर अग्रवाल से इस्तीफे की मांग करते हैं और नैतिकता के आधार पर उनको इस्तीफा देना चाहिए, क्योंकि गरीबों की जान की मोल इन लोगों के पास नहीं है। आज जो घटना घटा है, और अगर आज रात में खुदा न खास्ता ये कैजुअलिटी बढ़ती है तो निश्चित रूप से हम बिलासपुर बंद कराएंगे और जरूरत पड़ी तो प्रदेश बंद आदरणीय भूपेश जी के नेतृत्व में होगा।
A head-on collision between a passenger bus and a truck on a highway in South Pakistan killed 58 people on Tuesday. Police said the collision is ignited a fuel fire, and a rescuer later described how he carried out a survivor, a 40-year-old girl, from the burning bus. Whereas the bus with about 70 people had left Swat Valley and was even en route to southern part of the city of Karachi when it collided head-on with a truck near the Khairpur district in Sindhu province, said a police official report. That is Ghulam Chokani said a bus quickly fired and it was fuel tank was exploded and a dangerous explosion took place. The fatalities included 21 women, 19 children, all the age between 14, said local hospital, that is official Jafar Somro, and warned the death the toll was likely to reach 15 people were injured in a hospital and several of them are in critical condition. Initially, Jokio said the accident might have happened because of a heavy fog, but later Deputy Chief of Highway Police, that is A.D. Khaja, said the bus was standing on a party of the highway under a construction and the driver carelessly caused the accident. The spanning bus was overcrowded, the driver was carelessly, this Khwaja said, adding to the earlier of the day. Traffic police had stopped the bus and fined it for carrying too many passengers. Private Pakistani TV channel broadcast live footage from the scene showing rescuers workers carrying the victims and policemen clearing the road. As well as rescue officer Mahmood Atta described the inferior to Dunia TV as he held a little girl in his arm and recounted how he pulled her out of the burning bus. She was sitting all calm in a seat when I got into the bus on a fire, Atta said. Deadly accidents are commonly on roads across Pakistan due to the bad road infrastructure and rampant disregard of traffic laws. Over 9,000 road accidents are reported to the police year, killing on average of around 5,000 people according to the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. A Sindhu provincial minister, that is Siraj Durrani, decried the tragedy and said the government badly needs to improve the infrastructure to avoid such horrific accidents. Associated Press writer Asif Shahzad and Munir Ahmad in Islamabad contributed to this report. Let's have a look on today's sports news. Victorious India hockey team returns home. India men's hockey team that sent world champion, that is Australia, 3-1 in Test series, returned home to a rousing reception by Hockey India and fans on Tuesday. Dominant Bangladesh aim to sweep Zimbabwe series. Bangladesh captain, that is Musfiqur Rahim, warned his side against being compliant with the host began with the final test against Zimbabwe in Chittagong from Wednesday, aiming for a 3-0 series whitewash. Tendulkar's book to be published in regional languages. Due to enormous demand, the publishers of Sachin Tendulkar record-breaking autobiography, that is Playing It My Way, has decided to translate the book in India's regional languages. MotoGP champion Marc Marquez wants to race in India. Marc Marquez, that is twice MotoGP world champion and the youngest to do so, would love to race and promote the global premier motorcycle racing event in India. Let's have a look on stock markets updates. Sensex for today's time with 27,900.06 with 0.13%, whereas Nifty for today's stand with 8,362.65 with a decline with 0.22%. Let's have a look on today's gold and silver rates as per Malabar Golds. According to Malabar Golds, today's gold rates, that is Tuesday 11th of November, are as follows. For 22 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 24,670. Whereas for 24 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 26,090. Silver rates for today for 10 grams, it's rupees 370. Let's have a look on today's forecast of 6 regions of Telangana state. Hyderabad minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius and maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Karimnagar minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum 33 degrees Celsius. Nizamabad minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Mahbubnagar minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius and maximum 32 degrees Celsius. Medak minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius and maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Whereas today's minimum temperature of Khambam district stands with 21 degrees Celsius and maximum 29 degrees Celsius. Headlines once again. Deputy CM Mir Mahmood Ali celebrated the birthday of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembers Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Acharya Kripalia on their birthday anniversary. Supreme Court dismisses Aam Aadmi Party's plea for holding polls in Delhi. Chhattisgarh board sterilization claims 9 lives, 4 dogs suspended. Pakistan crash between bus track leaves dozens dead. That's all in this newscast for today. Keep watching Real English News. This is your host Sharif Ikram Imani. Sign off for the day. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.